Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night when we're traveling internationally or, hopping around. I'm like, okay, wait, where am I? But it feels normal to me. It's not like, oh, God, we're in a different spot again. I don't, it's so abnormal to feel normal.
So one of the things when we travel full time is oftentimes we'll kind of laugh to ourselves on what we just did and where we stayed and the different beds that we stay at and whatever. But anyway, we just got done with the stay at a campground in our hometown for 12 days. Mm-hmm. And it's so interesting when you're just kind of living the day. Oh, it was like being at home. It
feels so normal to us.
Yeah, it's normal. I mean, the only thing that was harder was some nights were hot, which was not a problem, but they were moist. Other than that, it was totally normal. I mean, we have the TV, we have food. We easily went into Madison, and we're going back there, but easily going into Madison to do whatever we want to do, to get lunch or dinner or go see family and friends. And
it is often a subject for us because we're typically sleeping in a different bed 2-3 nights a week our entire lives. I mean, sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night when we're traveling internationally or hopping around. I'm like, okay, wait, where am I? But it feels normal to me. It's not like, oh, God, we're in a different spot again. I don't, it's so abnormal to feel normal.
Well, and on the van sometimes, especially when we're traveling and we're pulling into Walmarts, I feel like I'm cocooned, so I don't even think of where we're at. And sometimes I have to think of what we're doing. But this day, because it's like you're in a small little campground, and it's a county campground. Does it feel weird, people going in and out? No, it didn't. And one thing I mentioned really quick, unrelated to this is we saw a number of younger people that are traveling full time. We met a guy across from us that are now out there traveling because they can work on the road.
Yeah.
And then yesterday there was a guy that I could actually hear. He was working outside, and then they took off, so it's a different environment out there.
Several people, we are seeing more and more of that, but I'm sure you guys are like, God, how do they do it? Doesn't it feel strange to just not have a home? And oddly, it doesn't. And we've been doing it almost for 6 years now, and maybe in the beginning a little bit, but now it's so normal for us that it doesn't feel strange.
Well, and it's almost like when I see, which everybody has a house, it seems strange to me. It seems strange that you have the same neighbors, that you have the same environment, that you have the same house, and people look at our lifestyle and say, oh, that's crazy, I would never do that, and vice versa. I don't know if I could ever do that, possibly in a big city or something like that, but the variation, the change, to be able to have, at the campground, we met a few people that it was more people toward what we love to do.
Yeah.
And many of the license plates coming through were from Texas and Missouri, and meaning
California.
Yeah, and these were full-time RVers most likely, mm-hmm. that were coming through there. Mm-hmm. So
when we are on the motorhome, I mean, this then feels like our home because we have more things on here, everything's in place. So if we are feeling that way, we just get on our motorhome and then we're home. Sorry, van. We used to have a motorhome. Now we get on our van, and it really is so comfortable. It's our home, but it's our home on wheels. And when we stay at a Walmart parking lot, I never get nervous. I'm never concerned. Or if we're staying on the side of the road and on some free government land, I never have a problem with sleeping or being scared, or it's just so normal.
Yeah, and I think this time around, because we are in where we lived for 25 years, 30 years. Well, I lived there my whole life, but I think it's a little different feel, because it's like everything's so comfortable. You know where everything's at. Go for lunch or dinner or a bike ride, or you need to go to the store or REI or whatever. You know where everything is.
True.
So it's like it's kind of an interesting feeling. It's like, yeah, you're in. So does it feel like you're in a house for the most part? And yes, it did. So that's what's interesting of where we just left was more. It's like we don't have a house. We're in the van, but we're in our comfort zone, which I don't like as far as that comfort zone. I want to be out of it, but it's interesting that it feels like we're basically at home.
Yeah.
So.
We wanted to do this video because we do get questions about this all the time, and do you miss your home? And so I think it was a good one to do, especially when we were in the campground for 12 days. Now we're moving, we're heading towards Minnesota, and we're going to be up there for a while. And we'll
stay in a hotel tonight for 2
Yeah.
nights. So, you know, we do the variation of staying in, but we also have the same discussion as like, you know, we sleep in different hotel beds like constantly, and how normal it feels. Like when we were in DC at Club Quarter Hotel, it was like it felt like we were at home, kind of, you know.
Yeah.
But the van's a lot better from that standpoint, or I shouldn't say better. It's more home because we do have cooking facilities. So when you stay at a hotel, if we stayed at a hotel for 14 days or 12 days like we did, no, it'd feel different. We don't do that.
Yeah.
We would stay in an Airbnb. Something like that.
A hostel.
Yeah, so we could cook and have some normalcy. Hotel 12 days for us, it would be too much.
No, it wouldn't work because I like to cook. There isn't the conveniences of that. We don't like to eat out all the time. That's too much.
Yeah, I mean, we would do it if we had to, as far as location, whatever. But
Yeah.
But we don't. It's more. But we don't even like staying this long.
We
I mean, this is
we
not
can't
normal.
sit still for that long
Yeah.
either.
It's easier, you know. Madison, we were able to kind of get some things done.
Van projects, seeing a lot of
Yeah.
friends and family. So this works for us to do this right now. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope we answered some of the questions about our nomadic lifestyle. And
it's easier than you think. I mean, it's like you might be looking at it saying, oh my God, there's no way I could do that. Understand, but no, if you love to be nomadic, you love to be free, this is like a dream.
yeah. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And remember, subscribe and keep the questions coming. We're getting a ton of them now, which we really love.